All right, so here is the wing fully sanded. I still have some areas here that I need to fill in yet with some filler. Leading edge bump there and still some sanding on top of there, but all in all, it's pretty good. And it was a really simple repair. Really stoked at how well this wing was, how easy it was to repair. So the only thing left is to make a sleeve. I guess I could save the original wing tube sleeve, but I don't think that's worth the time. It's really thin plastic, and any sort of bumps or something would really hinder sliding the wing tube in. So I think we're going to make a new one out of fiberglass, and we'll see how well that turns out, since that'll be a first. So anyway, while we wait for the rest of the filler to dry here, I think what we're going to do is move on to these fiberglass parts here. And we're going to go ahead and sand those all off. I like to remove all the paint off these fiberglass parts, or at least most of it. I could just dull it and then paint over it, but I don't like the idea of a whole bunch of paint layers over all that, adding weight and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, we will go ahead and get these fiberglass parts sanded, and we will move on to the next thing. All right, well, here are the fiberglass parts, the pants here and cowling, which I obviously didn't get 100% of the red paint off, but this area of the cowling here is actually cracked and pretty fragile as it is right now, so I decided to stop right there, maybe fix those first and then continue to sand down. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out, but I mean, the paint's 100% dull, so I could primer over it, probably no problem, and it would be good to go. So anyway, yeah, fiberglass parts are ready to go. So now that the wing is repaired, that was damaged, I think we are now ready to move on to what I consider the scary part. And that is, I've got these pieces kind of glued together, this main piece right here. And we're gonna go ahead, I thought about maybe putting both wings on and then squaring it all up to some center point in the fuselage, probably that canopy tab there. But that would probably be complicated. I need a whole bunch of stands and everything to, or the right size stands to keep everything square. It would probably just be really janky, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So what we're gonna try is making sure this is all squared up. And then once it is, sliding the tube in halfway and then inserting that whole assembly with the tube into the fuse here and getting it all squared up in the center. And I would think that if your wing tube is square, your wings would end up square as well. So that's the thinking behind it. So let's give it a shot. We'll do some tack glues just in case things don't turn out 100% right. But yeah, let's give that a shot. Alrighty guys, the wings are squared up. I mean, about as good as I can get them, and that method of squaring the tube in between the two pieces, or in between this mount here, worked fantastically. I slid the mount in, then compared the lengths from the two ends of the tube to this canopy latch right here. And once that was square, tack glued with some hot glue the mounts right there with my trusty hot glue gun here. Then slid the wings on and checked from tip to tip of the rudder right there. And I mean, it's off maybe by a millimeter. It's so close that I really don't think I can make it any better. And it looks good. I mean, I hold it up as far, I hold it up and look at it, the wings look square as this view looks here. I mean, I don't see any major issues. The wing incidence here compared to the two looks great. Nothing majorly looking off right there. Same with the rear and front. And even the bolt holes went right in. So I think it's good to go. So really cool. Alrighty, so now that our big wing joiner thing, bolt, I don't know what you call it, sleeve, I guess, is in place. Now all we have to do pretty much is replace this former here, or, well, I say replace, but I think I'm just gonna put strips on it, and then down there, and then maybe one right there, if you can see that. But yeah, after that former, then it's pretty much just get this secondary part sheeted up enough. I'm thinking of doing a kind of cool design on that. And then you have to sheet the fuselage up and fix other little things here and there like that, and it's good to go. So yeah, getting close, so cool deal. We'll go ahead and get all that done. Alrighty, so this form here is repaired and good to go. You got some filler pieces here and there. Once again, I'm not going for precision or looks or nothing, just as long as it's strong enough. This is all on the inside, so I'm not worried about it. This part there, maybe see kind of jigged together, back together with the original piece or original former, and that down there also kind of jigged back. Hopefully you might be able to, there we go. And then those two bottom pieces that are new, you can see the tabs, they are not in the same spot as the original broken tabs there. And the reason for that is conveniently placed are these two landing gear tabs right there, or where the, I don't want to say battery tray, sorry, not landing gear mount, the battery tray tabs into this former here. So I said, well, for extra strength or whatnot, we're just gonna make these new supports and put them under there. That way, if they want to bust out, they physically have to bust out the whole battery tray. So very much not likely to happen, so that's why I opted for that. And speaking of this, you all are probably wondering, hey, there used to be a horizontal stabilizer in there. There isn't anymore. And as you can see, I cut the halves apart. This used to be one whole section, and there's a good reason for that. So I was actually debating cutting this out, but I saw a horizontal stab replacement was like 50 bucks. I was like, ooh, that's a bit steep in my opinion. So I said, well, I guess I'll just keep it and then just cover around it. However, a friend hit me up and said, hey, I've been wanting a 60-inch stab set for a project. So he said, I'll give you some funds to help the cost of the new stab. And I said, okay, sounds good. So went ahead and used a absolutely phenomenal tool called a flush cut saw. This thing is amazing. I highly recommend if you're going to do any sorts of repairs or kit building, get yourself one of these. I'll leave a link in my description of where you can get one. It was an absolute amazing game changer for this. I mean, it cut this so perfectly. I mean, I got a little bit into there, but that's a filler fix, no big deal. And then just knocked out the center section there. And yeah, got two nice pristine horizontal stabs here that will get a new one. And yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown on that.